Most enterprise AI projects don't fail because of weak models. They fail because the model doesn't know what your business means by revenue. That's a context problem, and it has a different fix. We've watched teams spend a year building a data governance program, then hit their first AI initiative and realize none of what they built can answer the question the model needs answered. The governance and the work were real, but they were built for a world where humans were the only consumers of context. In that world, it's already behind us. Think about the most experienced analyst on your data team. They know which revenue table to trust, and they know which one is a legacy artifact no one cleaned up. They know when the finance team says Q4, they mean the fiscal quarter, not the calendar one. They know which pipeline breaks every third Sunday and why. That knowledge lives in their head, and when they leave, it walks out the door with them. That problem has always been painful, but now it's become urgent. AI agents need that knowledge to function. Every AI assistant, automated workflow, and model you deploy into production is running against your data. Without any of that context, they fail. They don't know your definitions. They don't know your exceptions. They don't know which table to trust. The standard response to this problem has been a data catalog, and the reasoning is sound. If we document what our data means, label our assets, assign owners, and build a glossary, then anyone, human or machine, can look it up. Catalogs make data discoverable. The failure mode is that documentation degrades at the rate of human attention, which is faster than most teams actually realize. The moment your catalog is more than 30 days behind your actual data environment, it stops being an asset and actually becomes a liability, a source of false confidence. Someone trusts a stale definition, makes a decision, and the damage is done before anyone notices the catalog was wrong. And a static catalog has a second, deeper problem. It was built to be read by people, not consumed by machines that are making decisions at speeds that no human review process can actually match. Here's the reframe. A data catalog is an index. What enterprises need is a world model. The distinction isn't philosophical, it's actually operational. An index points you to where something is. A world model encodes what something means, how it connects to everything else, who owns it, whether it can be trusted, and what happens downstream when it changes. An index is static by design. A world model is continuously updated. It reflects the state of your business as it is now, not as it was when someone last updated a wiki page. Think about what a competent new employee absorbs in their first 3 months. What the company calls things, which systems are authoritative, which numbers to cite in which context, where the exceptions actually live. They build a working model of how the organization operates. They can make decisions, and they can even explain them. An AI agent has no equivalent onboarding. It arrives with enormous capability and zero organizational knowledge. Every time it answers a question, it's guessing at the context your business has never formally provided. The result is what practitioners are already calling it: confidence without comprehension. Articulate, well structured, and completely wrong. The teams getting AI right are the ones who built the world model first. They governed, connected, continuously maintained a representation of what their data means and how their business works before they handed the keys to the AI. This is an infrastructure problem, and it's what Atlan is built to solve. Atlan connects metadata from across your data stack, warehouses, pipelines, BI tools, observability systems, into a single, continuously updated graph. Every asset in that graph carries a full profile: business definitions, column level lineage, quality signals, ownership, certification status, and sample data. When something changes upstream, the graph reflects it, not after someone remembers to update a wiki, but as the change propagates. The glossary isn't a separate documentation exercise. Business terms live in the same graph as the technical assets they describe, linked explicitly with ownership and certification status attached. When a data steward certifies a definition, that certification travels with every asset the term is linked to. And critically, that context isn't just readable by humans. Atlan exposes the entire governed graph to AI agents through an MCP server, the Model Context Protocol, so agents can query what revenue means in your organization, trace which table is authoritative, check whether an asset is certified, and respect the governance policies that apply to it. The metadata is stored in an Apache Iceberg-native context lakehouse, directly queryable by Snowflake, Databricks, and BigQuery through their native interfaces, and by AI agents via SQL. The context your organization builds isn't locked to any vendor. It's open, portable, and most importantly, yours. The senior analysts who held everything in their head, that institutional knowledge is now something you can capture, govern, and expose to every human and AI agent in your organization consistently in real time. Not as documentation, as active, connected, machine readable context. That's what Atlan does. By building the world model your AI needs and keeping it current, trusted, and open, Atlan ensures the AI working against your data actually knows what your business means. Most AI context problems aren't model problems, they're world model problems. Once you have that context layer in place, the next question is, how do you keep it accurate as your data environment changes? That's what active metadata actually means in practice, and that is what we'll cover next.